The question is, should you buy a home in 2025 or should you wait until 2026? That's what we're going to assess in this video. End of student loan relief reshapes the auto lending industry. And I'm going to give you a sneak peek here. It is impacting 2 million auto loan borrowers. Now, we're also going to take a look at late car payments hit the highest level in decades. We're going to go over these graphs right here, and we're going to assess what's happening with the labor market. There is a lot that we're going to unfold in this video. You're not going to be able to find this kind of information anywhere else. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe button. Just do me that favor. Again, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button. It'll help this video get in front of more people. Now let's dive into this video. Should you buy in 2025 or wait until 2026? This video is going to be packed with information to help you make that decision. Student loan relief reshapes the auto lending industry. And right here, if we take severe delinquencies have been historically high over the last 3 years, and defaults have been higher than normal for the previous 2 years as well. This is an important clue because they're seeing that something is causing a shift, causing credit scores at origination to be less predictive of future loan performance. What have I been saying? That people were getting approved on their mortgages, on their car loans, with credit scores being artificially inflated because student loans were removed from the credit score. Right here. The story surrounding subprime lending over the last 5 years is more complex than tighter credit and decline affordability. Subprime pool itself changed substantially due to shifts in student loan repayments and reporting of student loan status to the credit bureaus. Again, student loan status to the credit bureaus. I've been saying, watch out for what's happening in the car industry, that it is mimicking the 2008-2009 housing industry. The exact same subprime scenario that we had in the 2008-2009 Great Recession with houses is what we're seeing in the car industry. Now, we're going to continue dissecting this because it actually gets really big. Now, look what's going on with inventory. Look right here all the way to the far right. Look at this spike all of a sudden. So you've been hearing talks that interest rates are falling, buyers are going to be flooding the gates, and it's going to just be bidding wars next year when interest rates go back to 4%. Well, look at this. Look at this spike. Look how this incline right here. So we're going to have to see if this is just one false week or if this trend is going to continue with inventory continuing to increase year over year. So we're seeing that interest rates falling, the job data being so bad, has actually caused more sellers to come to the market. Now that is a big thing we have to pay attention to. Now, back to what's going on with the car industry. Looking at the FICO scores, how they shifted when student loans resumed. At the end of October 2024, delinquency reporting resumed. The scorecards caught were reality. Approximately 2 million auto loan borrowers had student loan delinquencies added to their credit file in quarter one of 2025. That means that's just quarter one, just Q1. We don't even know the total impact of this. Now, as we continue reading this, let me just remove myself so I'm not blocking anything. 1 out of 5 of these consumers saw their credit scores drop 100 points or more overnight. And among the 18 to 29-year-olds, nearly 30% experienced the same 100-point decline. And the 18 to 29 age group, they also, I believe, when about a year and a half ago, 1 out of 7 maxed out credit cards. There is going to be no new home buyers, first-time home buyers. They're not going to be able to afford anything. This is not indicating that the housing market is just going to blow up and bidding wars everywhere. So anyway, you're seeing that happening right here. And well, I think that's enough for the student loans, but you're just seeing that there's a lot of risk. And now what's happening with the student loan, with the car industry, again, is right here, late car payments hit the highest level in a decade. And if we take a look, the highest level since Fitch Ratings began tracking the data in 1994. Now, Again, you're seeing this inventory spike, and I have two more graphs over here that I'm going to go over with you, but you're seeing that inventory is actually spiking here as interest rates dropped. And I've always said, think about the bent up seller demand. People that have to sell, want to upsize, whatever it is. When interest rates come down, it's not only going to be more buyers, there's going to be more sellers, especially if the economy is weakening, which is the only reason the Fed would be cutting rates to bring the mortgage rates back down to 3 or 4%. So right here, if we're assessing what's going on, the US created 911,000 fewer jobs than previously thought in the 12 months through March. And if that isn't bad, remember that the revisions also are showing the weakening US labor market, which averaged only 29,000, again, 29,000 jobs for the last 3 months. That is a poor job market. And now, you know that I hate both political sides, that I don't think none of them have our interest. United we stand, divided we fall. But Trump has been getting hammered that he is causing the economy to just obliterate itself, and that he inherited a great economy and took him only 7 months to demolish it. Well, if we know anything, he was elected because people were not confident in the economy. Again, I don't like Biden, I don't like Trump, I don't like any of the politicians, because they all have their own interest in hand, in mind, however you want to say it. So anyway, these 911,000 fewer jobs from March to March is Biden's economy. However, Trump's economy is not doing much better either, 29,000 jobs over the last 3 months. So we can say that both presidents are as equally bad as the other. So again, don't let the Democrats and the Republicans divide you. Follow the numbers, and let's hold these people accountable, these politicians, to make sure that they're doing the best for us. Anyway, you're just seeing that both parties are doing bad, and they both keep adding major money, major deficits, bailouts. None of them have our best interest in mind. Now, back to what's going on in the housing market. Let's take a look at some of this stuff right here, some of this data. So you're seeing the inventory spiking. Right here, you're seeing that the under contract, so here's the blue-purple line, and you're seeing that that is declining. You're seeing in 2021 and 2022 until the second half that we had much more inventory going under contract. Now you're seeing that we're at record lows with under contracts, and that is not rebounding. If you're looking at this blue-purple line, you're seeing that it is declining just like the other last years. So essentially, we're not seeing an increase in buyer demand, which we would have to have with inventory dropping, with interest rates dropping for us bidding wars to be $100,000 plus. Nothing's indicating that homes are going to be getting 20 offers on them. And right here, if you're taking a look at the sold data, where you're seeing that the sold data was pretty much identical until April. We had 100 more homes, 200, almost 200. So you're seeing a small little increase right here. And then you're seeing right here, essentially the same amount of homes being sold now again as the year is progressing. And inventory is elevated. We know that sellers were taking their house off the market at historical rates because they weren't able to get what they can. But now we're seeing more inventory coming back to the market. So hit me up. My contact information is down below. There's foreclosures coming up. Those are due. Are they going to allow those to hit the market? And what's going to happen with the commercial real estate boom? There's a lot going on. And the best deals, as I said, would be happening toward the end of the year. Now, if you want to buy in 2025, you're going to want to time it. But there are market parameters that we want to pay attention to: foreclosures and the commercial real estate refinance boom that they keep kicking down. So all of that, if you want to buy in 2025 or 2026, you're going to have to follow those markers. And of course, what's going on in the car industry with the student loans. And if you're waiting for the foreclosures, that's going to be sometime in 2026 if they allow the free market to resume. If they don't, then who knows if that's going to be kicked into the end of 2026 and possibly into 2027. But you want to follow what's going on in the economy and the housing market. And so these gauges, we should soon know, what are they going to do with the foreclosures that they've been holding the brakes on? Are they going to allow those to start being foreclosed on? So that is the biggest marker that we have for the housing market that's coming up soon. So hit me up. I'll share all of this with you. We can set up our free consultation. And of course, I'll give you all of this information as it unfolds, as the economy is progressing, as the housing market is progressing, so you can make that decision. If you want to buy now, next year, 2027, doesn't matter to me. And you're seeing the data, you're seeing the information. So again, if you haven't, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, It'll help me push this video in front of more people. And when you do need a real estate agent in Utah, my contact information is down below in the description.